What's up, Pirates? Wraith here with Awaken TCG, and today we're going over the OPO5 regional that happened in Los Angeles. We're going over the finals. I definitely wanted to take a look at this. I know Enel won, but I never actually got to see the finals, and so I'm very interested on what exactly happened. Because it was a purple Luffy, as you guys can see right there on the screen. It's Enel versus purple Luffy, and purple Luffy is a really bad matchup for Enel. Like, you just get washed, especially if they see the Magellan. So I'm very interested to see exactly what happens. And yeah, I just definitely want to react to it and see if we can, get some insight from this game. It is, round 8, it says. Round 8. Maybe it's round 9. No, it's probably round 8. Yeah, right in round 8. I mean, 500 people is round 8 or 9 at least. Regardless, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. So let's see when they start. Okay, it looks like the Enel got second, which is good because the Pluffy can, on turn 2 with 4 Dawn, ramp to 5 Magellan right away on turn 2, which is rough for the Enel, if they start with it in hand, obviously. So it looks like the Enel got the Shura on turn 1. That is the Sky Island Searcher, so he's going to go ahead and search. And he grabs an Enel. So an Enel is a good card in this matchup. You kind of want to rush the Pluffy down before he can, ramp too much. Another thing to note is here on the Luffy's second turn at 3 Dawn, he's going to obviously take a life ramp to 4, and they run the law that can trash 2 cards if you're at 7. So he's going to ramp there, go to 4, and then he's going to want to swing at the Enel. The Enel has to block out. Yeah, you can't give the Luffy an opportunity to trash 2 of your cards, right? It's just it's too much of a momentum swinger. It looks like he's not even going to go for it. So and he's not even going to swing at the Enel. That's very interesting. Okay. I'm not sure if that's the right play. Again, I haven't played this matchup too much, but it's very interesting to see that he doesn't swing. He definitely could have swung and baited out a life. You kind of want to get the Enel into lethal range, getting down to those later turns. So here the Enel is going to swing 5k at the Luffy. And so the Luffy ended up having the law, right? And so maybe he could have played that. I'm not sure why he opted not to and just played the vanilla and passed. Before you, get to the later turns, like I said, you want to have the Enel down at 2 life, 1 life potentially. I guess the Luffy just didn't want to give the Enel a body on the board, which also does make sense. But I think you're shooting yourself in the foot doing that. Because by the time the Enel can start playing his big bodies, it gets bad for the purple Luffy. I think the purple Luffy wants to delay that as much as possible. And so he's going to start finally swinging now. But it's like, at this point, you already wasted a swing last turn. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. I personally definitely think that's a misplay. And then he gets a trigger. One thing I will say is, when you're playing in like high stakes matches like this, it looks like it says finals now. So this is actually round 9. If it was 500 players, that makes sense. 500 players usually is round 9 rounds. But like I said, the Luffy kind of wants to get the Enel down. And it's like, okay, he polys and gets rid of the Ohm, but is that doing much? The Enel already has a unit on the board established. He has his leader swing, and he's pulling up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6 Dawn? 6 Dawn now. And so he definitely has options. If he has another Ohm, that's amazing. You go Ohm here, use 2 Dawn to, swing 7 or swing 6 twice, which is also good. I don't think the Pluffy runs too many 2Ks. It looks like that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go Holy 6K, Leader 6K, and then play another Ohm. You find another Ohm Holy combo and actually have it, you're in like such a great position. The Magellan has not come down yet. The Luffy only has 2 6K bodies on board, which is amazing for you. You're not dying anytime soon. Next turn you can start playing Katakuri. You can start playing a 7 Mom, 7 Enel, things like that, or you can pressure even more. And so he does have the 2 2Ks out of hand. And there's the other Ohm. There's the other Ohm. Let's go ahead and see if he finds another holy. He did get a Shirahoshi trigger, which is an extra 3 cards he can cycle through, and so he ends up finding it. So at this point, I think the Pluffy is in a really bad spot. I fear. You know what? It makes sense that the Pluffy did not swing the first turn just to avoid having him get that first early body. And on top of that, once the Enel is at 2 life, these ohms become 6k bodies, and maybe he doesn't want that. But like I said, it's probably too slow of it's too slow play. I think it's way too slow of play. Enel, if you do not, kill him when lethal is presented, and if you don't set that up properly, he's just gonna start playing your big bodies. And unless it's Sakazuki, right? Because if you're on Sakazuki, it doesn't matter what they play. You can just fire back and just get rid of it, right? Because Sakazuki has the answers for everything it can see in this game. It is just that deck, unfortunately. That's the meta we're in, right? So if you're Sakazuki into Enel, it doesn't matter. You can just clear everything, and eventually the Enel will run out of steam if you play it correctly. And then there's other cards to help against the Enel that the Sakazuki can run to, increase its chances of winning already. I personally believe that Sakazuki already is a winning matchup into Enel. But here we have a different matchup. We have Pluffy versus Enel, but I think this Pluffy was playing a little too slow, and obviously he didn't see his Magellans, which hurts so much. And then the Enel has double Ohm off the Shirahoshi search. You get that early Shirahoshi trigger, cycle 3 cards, you can double down on the Ohm Holly and hit, which is spelling trouble for the Pluffy, honestly. Now at this point, I think he's at 9 Dawn, but he only has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 left, so he can still play another unit on the board. But the Enel is in such a great spot to just rush this purple Luffy down, and it's not even funny. And then he goes double blocker. Now the Enel is at 8 Dawn, I believe, right? So, a lot of pressure can come out of this turn. Either, you start swinging at some of his units on the board. You can play a cost. You can swing 5. You can swing 5. You can swing 6 at lead. I mean, maybe not 5. Maybe you can go like. It depends. You only have 8 Dawn. I guess if you were playing a 7 cost, you go 6 with Ohm, 6 with lead, play a 7 cost, rush 7, keep the holy up or the holly up. I mean, you have some options here. So he's starting off with a 6, which is a safe 6, right? You don't have to attach Dawn. It's already 6k. He can't just free block. This is not a bad spot. This is not a bad spot, right? The Pluffy has 4 cards in hand, now only 3. So that's also another good indicator on what you can kind of do this turn, right? So it looks like the Enel's debating here. Yeah, because if you have 3, as you can see, the Luffy has 3 cards in hand. If you just go 6k, 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 he's either going to have to start pitching cards, and he could potentially be bricked, or he's just going to have to let these go, right? And he could swing once here. He can go again with the Holly, and then... on top of that, play a Garatsu. Obviously you can't pop anything, but you can play another unit. And so there's the 7 Enel. We knew he had that in hand from turn 1. So that is a great play. And he has the 2k to block out one of the swings. And the Enel passes. It is now the purple Luffy's turn again. So that is a great play. Being able to get not only another card out of the purple Luffy's hand, you're establishing this crazy good body on the board without the fear of dying. With this body is going to stick onto the board. He is not swinging at that Enel. The purple Luffy's best option, honestly, would probably be to 9 Kaido, get rid of the Holly, swing into the Ohm, and then put the Enel onto 1 life and keep as many blockers up as possible, right? So he's starting off with the 6k swing, probably at the Ohm. I think the Enel, probably recognizes that, if he's swinging here 6k, one of the blockers, he's probably going to try to get rid of it. But again, the Luffy has 3 cards in hand, so the Enel's like, well, he probably has some cards in hand. He probably does not have the answer he needs right now, because that's what happens when you you protect your board too much, and then you run out of cards, and it's always like that. You gotta pick and choose when to protect your units. And it looks like the Enel has more cards in hand, more than enough to protect the onslaught of hits. And so it looks like the Luffy does have the 9 cost in hand, um, which is good news for the Enel, right? Because okay, he's gonna pop the Holly. The Ohm's getting swung at for about what's Kaido 11k 10k, I forgot what his stat line is, but obviously the Ohm's gonna die, the Holly's gonna die. Okay, boom, you have an Enel on board. You still have a juicy card. As long as you clear board here, the Luffy has no cards in hand. He can't kill you with just the Kaido and his leader on the board. He can't, and it's not possible. And now you're Enel getting into your end game finally. So guess what you can do? You can Katakuri the Shirahoshi back to life. You can 9 cost Yamato, one of his units and kill it, right? So obviously right now there's 5 life on the board. So you have all these options that you can do, that are going to put you in such a safe position. And so the Luffy's going to ramp 1. Just to add to his leader swing, which is kind of greedy in my opinion. I think you're already at, you're obviously you just Kaido'd minus Dawn, but I think that 1 extra Dawn next turn is not going to help you too much, unless he has another Kaido in hand. But yeah, because he would go to 9, I believe. It's Dawn minus 4, so put you to 8, go to 9. I think that's greedy. Your board state isn't in the worst spot. You have 4 units on the board, so there's no need for you to ramp that extra Dawn, in my opinion, to take life. That's an extra swing that the Enel's gonna have to worry about later on. We'll see what happens. So it looks like the Luffy's gonna just try to protect out his cards, which is not the right play in my opinion. So he just gives him 2 cards that you could protect your life with. There's the Yamato. Heals a life. Doesn't really get anything done. So I mean, it wasn't the worst turn. For the Luffy. Like the Yamato didn't do, or the Enel didn't do anything crazy. He played Yamato, didn't really pop anything, and just healed the life, which is not bad, right? I mean, he can go for the Enel here twice, make him trash life and get the KO. If you just spend a little bit of Dawn on it. But now you have to worry about this Enel having this Yamato on the board. It's rough. I mean, they both have big boards, and so it's like depending on what exactly happens, they can just swing for game too early and lose because of it, right? This Enel is gonna have to worry about keeping this Enel alive potentially if he wants to go for game next turn. This so he's going for the Enel. See, but the only issue with going for the Enel for 7k is the Enel can just block out with 1ks if he has the cards for it. I'm not sure how many cards he had. It looked like 4, I believe. Oh, he's swinging leader. Oh, the purple Luffy is swinging leader. I don't think that's the option. That's gonna hurt. Honestly, what he should have done is he should have just swung Kaido at the Enel right away. That way, the Enel, it trashes life like this, right? Doesn't even have to worry about the Sanji trigger. It would have just got trashed anyway. And then you can go for the Enel, right? You get the trash right away, and then you just go for the Enel, right? You have 2 blockers up. You're not, in a rush to. You're not in a rush to lose at all. I'm not sure if that was the right play, honestly. I mean, you got 1 extra card out of the Enel's hand, and then you played a Paulie and killed the Sanji. So I mean, it's not the worst play. But now you have 1 Dawn. The Enel can still trash to keep the Enel alive, right? So the Enel can trash a life and still replenish. Wait, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, was he just showing him cards in his trash? Or he swung with his leader. He swung 7 with his leader, and he gave him or he swung 6 with his leader, and he gave him 2k to block out. Okay. I was like, where'd that come from? Oh, and is it Is this Luffy going for game? I don't like this. Yeah, there's the beige. You can't win anymore. Oh yeah, I did see this very last play right here. This very last play was greedy. Obviously the Kaido can't swing. He has the queen to swing. I don't think the purple Luffy has to worry about anything here. And I think he does. He decides to swing with this queen here at the Enel, which is crazy to me. That's him like forfeiting the game basically. So yeah, he puts a Dawn on the queen, swings at the Enel, and then yeah, the Enel just trashes. He knows he's going for game next turn. Uh, I feel like if the Luffy just leaves his queen up there, he can block one of the swings, and that only allows the Enel 2-ish swings. I mean, he can put some on the Shura and swing, but like him doing that is basically just him forfeiting the match, in my opinion. There was no reason to swing at the end now. Like, obviously, high pressure situations again, you can fumble. Like, don't get me wrong, you can fumble. But yeah, that base trigger saved the NL. I think, and that's why I said like you had to swing at the NL first with the Kaido, right? Make use of that because if you get a beige, now you don't got to, you don't got that big swing, and it happens too often. Like sometimes you have to play around these cards against yellow. He thought he had the golden ticket by, oh, you got a Sanji trigger, I'm gonna KO it, right? I have these swings on board, you're done. He just went for lethal a turn too early. You're at 2 life, you have 2 blockers on board, you have a Kaido swing, a Poly swing, a leader swing. Like you have the answers. You literally have the answers to just clear the Enel board, have to worry about one Yamato that you can block for free next turn, and then delay a turn and go for lethal. But yeah, guys, great match. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I'm making a guide on Enel, and I'm making a guide on how to play against Enel, which I'm going to take my time on and give you guys some, thorough just pointers, insight, give you guys stats and just good stuff for you guys to learn on how to play against it before nationals. I'm gonna be playing Enel. I'm like 99% sure I'm gonna be playing Enel, but you guys can see that video when it drops. But you guys get this today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like this video. Comment down below what you thought about that beige on the river. That beige on the last trigger was just way too insane. And subscribe to our channel, guys. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.